Welcome to Education Plus, your podcast for education sector. We will be meeting with different types of individuals and pioneers in education, from higher education, early learning, K-12, private sector, to learn from their experiences, to learn from their adventures, their challenges, and their contribution to the education sector. Today I had a very special student, Adam Dawood, from grade 11, Al-Hikma International School, IB program, on Education Plus podcast. We got to share some of his views on what an educational school setting should look like and what type of values and life skills are important in life. And so thank you so much for joining me today. It was very interesting to see how the young generation, the new generation, has an outlook on the future of education. Take care. Today I have Adam Dawood with me from grade 11 at Al-Hikma International School, joining me on Education Plus podcast. Hi Adam,
Hello.
how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great.
How about you? I hope all is well.
It's a pleasure to have you with me today as I
It's a pleasure to be
explore with
here.
you a couple of insights to get to learn about, the prospects and the future and ideas and innovations that you envision. So let me start first with asking you about what do you consider to be important values for you as a young man right now? In 1 year, you're going to be graduating. You're going to be carrying those values with you throughout your journeys in life. Share a little bit with me about what would those values be that you hold so dearly.
Well, good values for anyone to have, but for me, especially in my opinion, would be a strict disciplinary mindset in which, despite hardships, you keep moving forward, keep progressing, and you keep improving yourself, and to not mind the little mistakes so much. You messed up here, you messed up there, that's completely fine. Don't focus on them. So a calm, disciplined mindset that
Resilience. So I can sum that up
resilience,
probably in resilience, right?
resilience and
Okay,
perseverance, but
excellent.
also a lack of guilt, in my opinion. Not
Mhm.
so much when you commit something wrong, but more so understanding your mistake and learning from it.
Very well, very well. So the values of having resilience and having the ability to learn from mistakes as you grow. What about the mindset? Do you have like a specific mindset in mind that you believe is also important as a young man?
Um, a good mindset to have currently for me in school, in the International Baccalaureate program, would be to just push through the work. And again, resilience and perseverance is an amazing mindset, but another one that would be really good is one that understands I have a lot of work to do. So sometimes it's okay to take a break, relax, and calm down rather than force myself to work all the time and be burnt out by the time I'm 20.
Very good. And do you think, like, if you were given the opportunity to design your own school, to be as creative, innovative, use all the ideas, all your learning that you have done so far throughout your educational journey, what would that school look like? What would you embed in that school, or what would it look like
Well,
in a design aspect as well?
First, in policy, it would be more catered towards the individual. Everyone learns differently. Someone might be a visual learner, someone might be an audio learner, someone might be an instructional learner. We can't just have one school that does everything. So every student will be followed upon by a special teacher who understands their needs and their wants, what they do and don't need, what they need improvement on, and what they can be fine with. Instead of grades, it would be a on level, slightly below level, and needs improvement, so that it doesn't make the children focus as much on grades more than it does the actual
So
learning
you
material
would
itself.
you would like you would remove the numerical system more or less, and you
Yeah,
would
the numerical
focus
and letter
more
system
on the
mainly.
objectives of the learning, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. What about like the time structure? Do you think that schools in the future, or what you envision to be as an amazing school, does it require to have time limits? Does it have to have a schedule, or would you give the students the freedom of choosing the modality they want to learn through?
No. Now, what I believe is that let's start with basic timing. Let's start at the start timing. When you're younger, when you're a child, you have more energy and you're obviously more excited. You wake up in the morning, mama, mama, I have school. You have boundless energy and you get up earlier. This is why I believe it's best for smaller children to have earlier school start times than more seniors or middle schoolers or high schoolers. They tend to be a little less energetic because the material is tougher, so they get to start later. As a result, this will ensure that everyone is as well rested as possible. Now, I believe there should be a schedule, but I believe the children should be free to change it as they wish. If you don't like the time slot of a particular period, change it to this, maybe drop out of this period and put a new one in that you might prefer that might cater to your major. But basically, be ready to have a plan set for yourself and work on that plan as much as possible. We are going to help you, but it's mostly going to be up to you.
Yeah. So what would this school, how would I feel when I walk into the school? Like, is there like a specific feeling a vibe that I'm supposed to get?
Well, a vibe is what you make of it. Usually not. However, what I would like to go for is a relaxed environment that's there to support you while helping you prepare for the future. So it's calm. It's not too loud, but not too quiet. It's there's places that should again be completely quiet. There's places that shouldn't be completely quiet. Quiet. Everyone is busy, but is always open to chat. Everyone's well rested, well energized, and focused on what they're doing because they want to do it.
So it's like an engaging environment, like a vibrant environment where there's a lot of collaborative discussions taking place.
Something of the like, yes, but to those who don't feel like discussing, it's also fine. They can head over to their classes or head over to the library.
Okay, very good. So you would cater to all the different types of personalities' needs, basically, in that school.
And not just personalities, people in general as well.
Mhm.
Some people may be quiet in this setting, but loud in another. Some people may prefer talking, but dislike writing.
Yeah. So do you think giving teenagers or young students options or too many options could be a hindrance or a supportive tool for them?
I believe that giving them options should be an amazing supportive tool, yet not so many that they feel overwhelmed.
Mhm.
If there's too many, they might try to focus on as many as possible and take it down. I believe there should be options, yet also an advisor or an advisory of sort. Something like, okay, you're planning to go into this. These would be the best options for you. Pick of these what you will, and I will tell you a descriptive information on what each one of them is.
Mhm. Very good. So give options, but be more realistic and the quantity and the type of options that are given to them.
Yes.
Let's divert out of that and talk about life skills. The life skills that you believe are important to carry forward with you in the future. Tell me a little bit about the major you're interested in doing in the future.
Well, I'm currently between three majors. I don't know which one to select currently. It's aerospace engineering, civil engineering, and medicine. However, from these, I don't know which one I'm going to select so far, but I'm leaning more towards aerospace engineering.
Okay. And what type of life skills do you think would be very important for you as you go into this future endeavor?
Uh, Organizational skills, definitely.
Mhm.
Scheduling and planning skills would be a huge, huge advantage due
Mhm.
simply to the workload. If I can spread my time evenly, it will still allow me to find time and set myself a healthy schedule in order to ensure I'm living a healthy life while not sacrificing any of my personal time or relationships.
Right. It's great that you're thinking about a balance, work-life balance at such a young age. Normally, these things kick in as you mature older, but it's good that you're also looking at the values that are important to maintain as you embark on a new journey. That a life-work balance is also equally important. Tell me a little bit about if I asked you right now, who would be the mentor or the coach anyone in the world that you believe would be a great example for you to follow, who would that character or that person be?
Now, let me add another question. Is that in history of all time or currently still alive?
History of all time or currently alive. You have a blank check to choose whatever you want.
For me, it's between two. It would be between Leonardo da Vinci, the learned scholar, architect, painter, and general teacher, or the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him. And you chose those individuals because you believe they had certain values or due to their journeys in life that inspired you?
Well, in my opinion, it's actually both. Both held values of both held values to advanced humanity in their own respective ways. Both were incredibly smart and talented individuals. And so I believe if I were to be able to shadow them or be mentored by them, it would provide me a huge boost, not just in this life, but also the next, and also allow me to prosper currently.
Wonderful. Adam, it was a great talk that we had. Got to learn about your picture of what a future school would look like, about the important values and life skills, and who you would consider to be a good coach and mentor for you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you all
Thank you
the
for having
best.
me.
Thank you.
Same to you. Same to you,
Take
Miss.
care.
Thank you for watching this episode of Education Plus podcast. And always remember, where there's a will, there's a way.